Project Greenlight is an internet contest.
We pick a script, we pick a director, we let somebody get a chance to make their movie.
This time we want to make a horror movie.
Feast is a very scary movie.
It's Evil Dead meets Diner.
This year we have a fantastic director, John Gulager.
It's been over 35 years getting here. Hopefully it's going to pay off.
Now it's up to Marcus, Patrick, and John to make a terrific movie.
It's the first day of shooting, and basically everything's been leading to this day. I'm going to find out myself after the first day how exhilarating or disappointing it is. That's always kind of the test.
It's like the first day of school.
Is this script even possible to pull off in 25 days? I would be the last person to tell you what's possible. I'm the person that hasn't done it before.
All right, let's go.
70 people show up at a stage in Silmar with all eyes turned to John Gulager.
It's pretty much a disaster if you don't finish what you set out to shoot on the first day. You're sort of just thinking about the first shot. You know, you actually have to, accomplish a certain amount of work.
Well, today's the day. Don't f it up.
Yeah. I did feel the weight of how much work it's going to be with the effects and the time we have.
I have to shake your hand at least once this morning.
Before you slap me?
Before I slap you.
We're up against this unreasonable schedule. And my big fear is that John just isn't used to working with any deadlines.
I'll be yelling at you all day.
Yeah.
Hurry up, but
Hurry up.
knock 'em dead, dude. My name is Ben Ormond, and I'm the line producer on Feast. Ultimately, my job is about making sure we make days. We scheduled our work and that we get our work done. Because the only way you can make a movie.
One of the things that's nerve-wracking for a director on that first day is knowing that you are the guy that they're looking to see if you're a leader, to see if you got the stuff.
First shot, a gun falls on the ground. Second, picks it up.
That's it.
The assistant director's job is to make sure that the actors are in front of the camera at a specific time and that the day's work is complete.
Okay, guys, we're gonna try a rehearsal here.
Try it right now. Careful, some of the set dressing there, Diane.
Drop the gun.
First thing we're shooting today is Harley Mom in the bathroom getting ready to rob the bar.
Diane's the very first shot. That could help alleviate some of the nerves. And I also want to get lighting a crack pipe kind of thing.
We have a crack pipe?
Find out.
Okay. If not, I got one in my car.
Good.
It's day one of principal photography. Showed up on set to a little surprise already. And apparently now there's a crack pipe component to this.
Mm-hmm. Is there a problem with drugs?
There's a problem with drugs, and there's also a problem in not knowing that before we actually start the day.
That would be, an interesting, kind of, sort of cinema thing, So I didn't think it was a big deal.
These things can't just come up on the day because the schedule's built.
There's a little improvisation that goes into every film, but on a schedule like this, improvisation is a very scary prospect. Putting a crack pipe into the scene is not just a worry to the studio, it's a challenge for props. It's not something you want to drop on production without warning on day one. So what is she going to be smoking? Any idea?
How about if we do both? Like take a take with the pot and a take with the crack. We'd have it in the editing room.
One condition, John. We're going to make our day. Make sure we can just swap it in.
Right.
And swap it out. And do not up the take with the pot.
Yeah, like shake the camera.
No sabotage.
I don't do that.
It's like already the give and take.
Quiet, please. Pictures up. Roll sound. And action.
I think it's probably going to get worse, but we said, okay, this is going to be a big test for John. Can he add shots? Can he change up his plan and still make his day?
Okay, and cutting. Stand by. You guys are moving on.
Do we need a shot of the door? Are we going to do that?
I think we should pick the door up later.
We're in deep doo-doo. We're shooting the hero character in less than 24 hours. We don't have anyone definite, but we're pursuing Mark Wahlberg.
What do we need to do to resolve this hero issue?
He is on a flight and apparently lands in New York at 12:30 our time.
Perfect. In the meantime, we've got this Eric Dane. If you want to see his tape, it's in the other room.
we picked a backup choice, Eric Dane, who was not a choice I was entirely comfortable with. And he knows he's going to be up to bat if the big gun doesn't work out.
We need a hero like yesterday. Actually, 4 days ago would have been perfect. I've got wardrobe on my tail. I have a dummy body that matches the size and shape of somebody we hire.
The glamorous world of movie making. Nothing but constant action and fun here, man. It's quite nerve-wracking right now.
Roll sound. Very quiet, guys. Pictures up. Let's start getting last looks, please. Keep rolling. Reset. Ready. And action.
Cut. Okay, good. I kind of like that second one. Bathroom floor with a gun. Hey, who can ask for more?
Okay, guys, we're moving on.
Diane, good.
The only backup we have for hero if Mark Wahlberg doesn't play this part is Eric Dane. Hello, Michelle Gertz.
Eric Dane's agent and manager are really pissed.
They found out that we're investigating the possibility of Mark Wahlberg, and so now we might not have Eric Dane to play hero, and then we'd have nobody.
Granted, Eric knows that he's not Mark Wahlberg, but it's an ego thing.
I don't know how that got that far.
I thought I was told to make him an offer. And then an hour later, it's like, wait, Mark Wahlberg.
This hero thing is screwed.
You never want to go out to an actor with an offer unless it's firm. And now we're in a position of possibly losing our backup.
Somehow, some way, it's not going to end up pleasantly for someone.
No, I'm sorry, it's a mess.
So we're just really in a shitty spot right now, basically.
Bye, I'll call you back.
All right, bye.
We have no one.
Rolling. Quiet, please. Action.
And cut.
And cut. How was that, John? Okay, that's lunch.
Yeah, we're like an hour behind, right? Or something I heard?
I think you're completely on time, I've heard.
We're behind.
This is an absolutely unparalleled experience. Walk onto the set and you see the people giving flesh and blood to your words. It's just wonderful.
I've been trying to sort of stay away a little bit. John might get nervous that we're around too much, and it's his vision now, so.
Having writers on your set is really indispensable. Things change all the time. With a guy like John, whose style is largely improvisational, if you don't have the writers on hand, you could be shooting yourself into a big, big disaster.
Michelle.
Hi.
Hi.
So I just called Mark Wahlberg's manager. He's not going to do the movie.
Okay. We'll figure out who we're gonna go out to and call you back.
All right.
It's kind of a race to the finish line now. In order for John to make his day, he's got to stay focused and get through these shots.
I mean, dolly back to and look.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Can we do one where we don't actually pull back or just stay up tighter?
I don't know what you mean.
Once the DP has set up a shot, any little change has a huge impact. And that sets you behind schedule.
All right, stop. Okay. Let's relight this.
I get embarrassed sometimes when I try to explain what I want. Everybody's kind of looking at me with a little cockeyed attitude. So I guess that's something I should get over and just say what I need.
Quiet, please, and action. Okay, guys, we're moving on.
We really wanted a name to play the role of hero, and once Mark Wahlberg turned us down, the Maloofs mentioned Josh Duhamel, who's on the TV show Las Vegas. Andrew.
Hey, Mike.
Hi. The role plays tomorrow. Can we get an answer?
Assuming that his schedule permits, he'll show up to be hero tomorrow.
Perfect. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, man.
Bye. So we're waiting on that to drop. I think Josh is worth the wait. I'm just not sure it's going to close, so I hate to extend if we're really spinning our wheels.
Boom the camera down. Okay, guys, we're moving on. It's 5 to 6, and we have another half hour left.
Andrew. All right, well, that's the answer. Then I appreciate you having your finger on the pulse here, and we did as much as we could. Josh Duhamel. Unfortunately, because of his commitment on another show, he passed. Ideally, one of those would have worked out, but this is a business, and people are busy. We're in a desperate situation now. If Eric Dane doesn't come through, we won't have a hero to shoot with tomorrow. We want to officially honor our offer to Eric and get him out here tomorrow to play hero.
Oh, great.
We'll be contacting him to get his measurements and give him a call time. Eric Dane
is hero.
Unless Eric says, you guys have waited too long.
Okay, guys, we're moving on to scene 3.
Look straight into the lens.
Cut. And that's a wrap. Thank you very much, everybody.
We are basically on schedule, and we are cast. We inked Eric Dane to play hero, and he will be here bright and early 6 a.m. to play that role. And we're excited.
Tomorrow is the first of many big effects days to come, and we're all just a little bit nervous. If it doesn't go well, it's going to be a very bad omen for things to come.
First and foremost, I think it needs to be repeated. We made our day, but where we lost time was getting all the way up to camera set, and then I don't think so. So I think there's just some concerns about that. John still learning his way through the process, because when he comes in with new ideas after a shot's already been set up, it can slow the process down. When you see it going astray, to speak up sooner so that we don't waste the time getting it to last looks and then decide to change it all.
Even though we've made our day and it's the first day, it's a great thing to do because usually first day is when things go wrong. But at the end of the day, this is one of our easiest days.
I think it's good. I'm glad we made the day. What do you want me to say? We got everything shot. I don't know what everybody's problem is, actually. Maybe it's just the way producers are to kind of keep you on your toes. One down.
25 more to go. It's a good day, man.
It's now day 2. John made it through his first day pretty well by most standards. Today will be his toughest test.
Today's the first day where we deal with special effects work, blood, stunts, things like that. Today is a real challenge because it involves some very sort of technical, complicated moves and work. So we're very curious to see how it turns out.
Okay, guys, just so we're aware, we need to be in scene 28 before lunch to try and make our day today with all the stick effects and stuff that we're going to be doing in Hero. Because that's our big one today.
After all the back and forth that went on yesterday, we're very lucky to have Eric Dane to play the role of hero.
My name's Eric Dane. I play the hero. I was on a television show called Gideon's Crossing. Feast is the first feature film that I've been a part of.
No, I gotta get blood put on me.
You want a little cut right there? What is it?
Rehearsing and action.
I'm the guy that's gonna save your ass.
Crash.
And I need to be turned more this way? Hero's the stereotypical element of hope for all these seemingly hopeless characters in a seemingly hopeless situation.
So you need to play it for the hero part.
We're making a monster movie here. I want to make sure the monsters
are coming.
And action.
Unless you people want to die, you'll do what I say and you'll do it fast. Listen to me. Storm of hell's coming down on this place any second.
So here I am on my first visit to the set of Feast. How you guys feeling?
We're having some fun, actually, so far. And you know what? If Mike hasn't told you already, you look compressed. You really can.
You're doing all right?
Yeah.
My first impression of the whole vibe on set was that everybody's having a great time. John's actually looking very confident. You know, so far the shots have been really cool.
So we don't know if it cuts, but it looks good.
Exactly.
You had to come today, man. Hey, I was doing good yesterday. right?
You were. Everybody says you're doing great. I'm not coming out, Frank. How you feeling?
That is good. So that was good that he came and he was feeling cheery, and so that's kind of a good thing.
We're moving on to our dummy shot. Blood sprays hitting honey pie.
So what we're going to do next is a gag where we're splooging this tremendous stream of blood on honey pie. Repeating the gag is next to impossible. It has to work on the first try because we have to clean up all this blood and get honey pie in and out of wardrobe again.
My name is Jenny Wade, and the character I'm playing is named Honey Pie. I'm excited but nervous at the same time. I feel like someone's daring me to jump off a bridge or something.
Gary and his effects team are crucial on this shot.
Creature effects unit, we tend to shoot all the really cool shit, you know, we shoot the blood spraying out and people getting their heads pulled off, jaws being ripped out, eyeballs being eviscerated. All the stuff that makes people throw up is really what we do.
Close picture is up. Here we go. Roll sound and action.
Here we go. Go, go, go.
Jenny, be very careful there. Get somebody from the eyes. Come on.
It's burning her eyes. Can we get something in her eyes?
I think our man's a director.
So far, so good.
Don't.
Thank you for this I have to get you too.
That's okay. It's just gonna get on the Honda, that's all.
We finally got into the messy stuff. And that's kind of what the film's about. And I was pretty thrilled.
Come on, dude. It's so much fun. I'm so happy to be here. These are the moments where you think, all those work, all those stupid-ass deals you gotta get closed. I was always the fan of this project, and it's exactly what I wanted to do, was go very fun, very commercial, very over the top, and I think it's gonna work out great.
Hey, you know, last year group hug, this year group shower.
Hey! I like how you're thinking. I think the jury's still out. We gotta see it, but I think in general, John is being a good director. I think he's taken all of the hard parts, you know, in stride.
I'm still, trying to find my way. Every day's different. I'm just trying to make it through every day. I just hope it all, cuts together somehow.
Hey, thank you for coming, man.
Oh, John, it's my pleasure. Keep up the good work.
Hey,
well done.
Thanks for the whole thing.
Well done, dude. Keep it up, all right?
All right.
My name is Jules Sylvester. I'm a bug and snake wrangler. Today is maggots. It's a very hard job being a maggot wrangler. The hardest part is separating the shavings from the maggots.
Hey, are you Jules?
Yes, sir.
My name is Judah Friedlander. I'm playing Beer Guy.
Those are the maggots? Yeah, this is them. Yeah, this is actually a wax one. I guess, what are you, dead or dying or about to die? Or?
No, I'm. What happened is an alien monster pukes on me.
Cool.
And I slowly decompose throughout the whole movie. As far as I know, the maggots are going to be all in my hair and on my head today. Maybe we'll get some in the nose and the mouth, too. We'll see.
And these are pretty cool. They're actually
So what do they do?
They're a grub.
They're pretty cool.
In the scene we're about to shoot, John wants Judah's character to blow a maggot out his nose and hit the camera lens. It's something that we don't have a whole lot of faith it's going to work.
What I thought was, like, if we hit something on the lens.
Well, no, but we got to figure out when he does it.
What you and I talked about was that we do one that's clean, in other words, so we're not going to have to be wiping the lens, and we've got it.
Well,
we got to do second takes.
We got to know where he's doing it.
I think you need to have a plan first, and I think that's one of our problems. We don't always know what we're doing.
But he's aiming at this camera.
Yeah, but someone should probably be there to get a little, extra little
from that
thing
distance.
on it.
Anything that John brings up that's new to the team not only slows us down because then you have to deal with it, but I think takes a lot of wind out of the sails of Tom, the DP.
Which camera are you
I'm saying it's this camera right here.
Okay.
In the rehearsal, we never did it.
And everyone's getting really uptight because no one's really sure how to do this because everyone thought it was like a stupid idea.
When does he do it? So we know where to put the guy and all that stuff.
So
it doesn't just happen on its own.
Sometimes like Tom's a little short with me, and you know, I don't like that sort of thing.
These guys are not connecting. Everybody in the room could sense it. This is going to be a friction point.
It slides out when you do.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, guys, we're getting very close here. Stand by. Lock it up and roll it down. If we get it, we get it.
Wider and pan left.
Action.
Okay. All right.
Not gonna
move on.
Okay, cutting, moving on.
The maggot scene really screwed us up today. And that should have been something that was very easy to do.
Okay, guys, that is lunch.
I don't know what your thoughts are about Tom and that, because that's my biggest. Like, I'm sitting back just watching it. And I'm not pointing any fingers, but I just the dynamic of you two should be in sync for us to succeed, and it's just not. I don't know. What do you want to do? I mean, we're going to succeed if we fix that. And if we don't fix it, we're not going to succeed.
So John, come over here a second. You gotta be like this.
I like to be kind of here, but
Well, it's just that wall is the worst wall.
no, because we'll just be up right tight. You won't really be on the wall per se. Well, Tom, would you like to come like around this way or that way?
I don't care, but we didn't talk about that before. We talked about cutting to the cigarette to her, but we can do it. But just gotta let me know, because now it changes everything what we're doing. You might as like last second we're ready to roll, and the director says, "No, I want to look over this way." Well, suddenly half my lights are in the shot. People think, "Oh, you just moved the camera over," but most of the time it doesn't work that way because you're pretty much lit for just one angle at a time, and it can be very frustrating. Where do I start? Where's the camera looking when we start out?
Back where we were. No, I mean back. You know.
Now we're moving this. Which way are we going, guys?
Well, I thought you made the move. I thought that was you making the move.
Yeah, this is one.
The director comes in, you got a director of photography. Now there's a blurring between the lines between the two of them as far as creativity. And John is very visual in what he wants.
The way he wants to frame things, block things, it's different than what you normally see.
Think about changing the shots. Everybody gets really upset with me. But I think that how do you know what the shot is until you do set it up and see it the way it's working? And if you had to change it, I don't think that should be an issue. Sometimes I think everybody's kind of overreacting because of the 15 minutes it takes to fight about it, you know, probably would have been fixed. Track back, because behind the ketchup bottle. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Let's go to 2, which is now 1.
John's biggest issue was communication, by far. But when he trusts somebody, he can communicate.
Set. And action.
You can see it as, okay, this guy doesn't know what he wants. And a lot of people think that about John, but John knows exactly what he wants. He just can't get it out.
And cut. Okay, we're moving on to scene 10A.
I get my feelings hurt a lot. And I guess you're not supposed to. But when people don't kind of trust your judgment or your values, it hurts my feelings.
And action.
Wait, that's the little one? Are you kidding me? We can't fight these things. No way.
Look, we have to fight these things. We're just gonna have to be clever about this.
Okay, cutting. Let's slate it.
I thought you wanted it, like, silent for a second and then go. So I don't know if I'm, like, spending too long there or what. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what do you want me to do?
Okay.
I want to be able to trust my director and know that I'm completely safe.
I want you to do what you just did.
Okay.
But when you finish, I just want you to just back up.
Right, fine. I didn't know what we were doing, and it was a different process than I'm used to.
We've already seen that John's having some difficulty communicating his vision to the crew. We're also starting to see that he's having some difficulty communicating that vision to the actors as well.
So if you want to sit on the stairs, you can do that. But what else could you do? It's not a big place. I'm just not connecting with the actors like I wish I would.
I'm not the most aggressive person as far as like sort of bonding with people. I'm pretty uncomfortable with any kind of, human interaction.
Roll time.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
And action.
Navi, look over here for a second.
Where is here?
A shot broke down so badly that the actor just looked up and said, "What am I supposed to do next?" That never happens. That's just made us all feel like we were just in a major Bush League situation.
Look back towards the bar. Back to the hand.
Cut it there, guys.
Not yet.
I think there's a good chance where if I'm not in the script specifically saying or doing something, they're not going to get to me because there's a lot to cover, So it's a good rule.
Since the movie takes place in a bar, a lot of the shots require the actors to be in the background of each other's shots, so they can't leave. They have to be there all day.
Thankfully, they've been very patient because of this, but I could tell they're kind of bored.
So you get to go home? Yeah, buddy. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. But we're doing a scene where my face gets ripped off. I never had makeup like this, never done a horror movie. They put the makeup on, but I mean, we might not do it now. We might not get to the scene because now it's 5:45, and I believe wrap time is 6. And I know they don't like to pay crews overtime. It's lots of money.
Heroin that we can use, and it's tighter, and widescreen.
Okay, straight away, guys. Pictures up, lock it up. That's it. And Navi, a question?
Yeah, what about that light?
Just let it go.
When John gets into areas that are action-orientated, he doesn't have a command of what he wants. And in action sequences, you need to have a very strong idea of what you want to achieve on it.
And action.
Help me, somebody!
Cut.
Okay, that had some problems.
Okay, that's a wrap.
Well, it's a little quick, huh?
Okay, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Call seats, get your call sheets.
People are starting to resent when they come in and don't work. Jason, who hadn't really been in anything all day, and they put him in an hour worth of prosthetic. And that's the kind of stuff that's just, we've got to manage that better. I felt it was absolutely imperative at that point to talk about the gross inefficiencies that we were displaying. I called a meeting on set where it's like, guys, this is no way to make a movie. We did a great job, and we also did a very piss-poor job, and it's not John's fault, not your fault, not Steven's fault, and yet it still happened, and so we can't have it. Essentially, my concern is that we didn't use half of our cast today. I sat down with pencil and paper, and we basically wasted $5,000. When we don't shoot them, that's $5,000. That's just incredibly poor management on our part. We shouldn't be leaving the set without knowing what we're doing in the morning. Part of that falls on Steven, but part of it doesn't because we don't know what we're trying to shoot in the morning.
Ben is just really frustrated because now he's got all these actors coming in when they're not needed, and that costs money. And they're sitting around and they're not shooting, and he's paying for them.
It makes us look like we don't have a clue. We just can't have everybody all the time. I had to kind of lay down the law, like, guys, we either have to use these people or let them go. It's the politically correct thing to do, it's considerate to our actors, and it's gonna help the movie. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. Oh, man. Nice break time.
It's our 5th day on the set, and there's a lot of tension to overcome. Yesterday, the cast and crew were feeling that John wasn't communicating well and were becoming very frustrated.
She was camera right.
Oh, you're right there.
John just seemed morose. So I asked Diana's wife what she thought about John's state of mind.
How did he feel?
Oh,
He seemed a little down.
he felt, that aesthetically, he was being fought by the camera crew, and
I got that sense right away.
they aren't necessarily in his corner.
He had some problems with the camera department as far as getting what he wanted. I don't think that they really trust him yet. I don't think people believe that it's going to work, and I don't think they like his way of shooting.
Diane certainly confirmed my worst fears. I think the situation between Tom and John is either going to get better real quick, or it's going to get a whole lot worse.
This could become an issue that just not only compromises the movie's aesthetic look, but keeps us from getting our day.
John is an extremely sensitive guy, probably to a fault, but that's who he is, and part of what makes him special.
Can Tretch fall more like on her? It'd be great to have a run up, you know, on it.
He's standing right there. I can't get much because he's right next to him.
The goal here is to get John to stay focused, stay on schedule, and get through his day any way he can.
There's got to be some way we figure out when we're doing this stuff and when we're not.
Why die with with action? And
we can't do all these wide shots that way. Just we don't have the lights or the time to do it.
Yeah.
I think the communication has just got to be more clear for everybody. John's got to figure out what he wants to shoot, and he's got to do it much faster than he's doing now.
Give me some action!
What are we averaging on turnarounds, you know? 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45
half hour?
minutes?
Yeah, we're about a half hour per setup. We had people asking questions that should be asked when we first start to set up a shot, like, who's going to be in this shot?
Where's Beer Guy?
Rehearsal right now.
I think John came in with a specific way or ideas of what he wanted to shoot, and as soon as we veer off it, we seem to lose him. What do you want after this shot? We've got this shot and Beer Guy. Harry, just give me a second here. Please, just stop interrupting, and I just find you can have whatever you want afterwards. There's got to be ways to suck time out of this day.
Just keep pushing them to work fast. Filmmaking is a logistical enterprise. You absolutely, positively have to have a plan when you go in, or you're just wasting money.
Oh, day one.
Wow, how smooth.
Here, on Hot Wheels?
Today, I think we've only actually completed one, maybe two scenes. We got more than half the work just in the afternoon. Hopefully we'll get to, but I doubt it.
You have to understand that the last time when you guys brought me in, I was here for 9 hours before you guys shot me. I just don't want that to happen.
No, we don't want it to happen either.
I have to go to the bank. I have to go to my landlord, pay my rent. I like stuff I have to do. If I'm needed, then I'll stay. But if you're not sure, I'd really rather go.
I've never had this kind of experience. I feel like an extra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well.
A non-important extra.
Exactly. It's just been a lot more standing around and waiting than I have ever done before, you know.
Have you done anything today?
Nothing. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning.
But when Eileen comes and she's, up at 4:45,
That's your director, is what that is. You can't just leave actors sitting around.
Not only is it annoying for actors to wait around and not get shot, it's very expensive because they get paid for every second they're on set, whether we use them or not.
Guys, can I just grab everybody just outside for a few minutes, just have a quick chat with you guys?
Oh, outside? Oh,
yeah, you guys are frustrated. You can see that we're frustrated. The thing is, we're all in here for the same thing at the end of the day, which is to get this made and try and get the best thing out of it. I know this conversation isn't traditional, but we're not dealing with something that is straightforward. Like, what can you guys do and what can we do?
John and the whole kind of DP crew, there seems like a lot of friction right there, and I feel like it's kind of affecting the mood on the set a little bit.
Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. A lot of times we're coming in and, it's about to roll, and I literally don't even know what scene's being done.
I just felt like I couldn't let another day go by like this because, it doesn't help John and doesn't help the production. I think John's depending more on a lot of what you guys are bringing. Just try and nail him with specific questions as soon as you come in. The more specific you are, the more controllable John is what he wants to do with you guys. And guys, I appreciate it.
We're ready for a camera rehearsal, guys.
Yeah, let's talk, boys.
We had a meeting with Joel, Nick, myself, and Jim Glandrip. Essentially, I kind of had to relay to them what the crew frustrations were, the actors, and what I saw as the problems. Just said, hey, look, guys, we've got to get control of this. For the first time, I'm starting to get scared that he's really in over his head.
This is really pathetic.
Yeah, I've never experienced anything like this. I really think there's a sense that it's at a certain point today, it was almost chaos there. Is Eileen here?
Eileen is here. Do we have anything on her with all this stuff going on?
Guys, these people have been here.
Is Eileen going to go through another day and not get shot?
No, not if I have anything to say about it.
There are a lot of people who are frustrated with John. Some people are even angry with him.
We cannot send this left half of the bar home without shooting them today. Only John at this point knows how he's putting this movie together in his head, and that causes problems of making our days.
Okay, pictures up.
Okay, suddenly the beast comes in.
Action. Cut.
We've still got half of our day's work to do. We'll finish up 3 to 4 hours away from where we should have.
Does that look about right?
Okay, guys, here we go. Action!
I was hoping that we'd be getting a little bit more footage, because I know it looks great. I would rather have, more. I'm not really that worried about being over, but I know Steven is.
I'm not worried. You should be worried.
Are we gonna have a meeting?
Yeah.
Right now it's 6:45. We have 15 minutes to scheduled wrap. I think that they are not going to make their day.
No, you've got until 8:15.
Okay.
So get what you can get. Let's take a walk. No, I'm already tired of the drama. We haven't known any day what we're shooting in the morning.
Tom is not any closer than day one to John. I mean, they're further apart than they've ever been, I think, as far as just frustration.
It's up to Joel and Mike to lay down the law and say, okay, John, this is the version you are going to get.
And I can also get Diane in here.
Then, we should take a shot, just get on the ground.
You know how you're going to fall on your leg. Pictures up. Action.
It got stuck.
Okay. It's the leg coming apart.
Okay. The leg didn't go. Was it because it was waiting?
No, because I was waiting for a second shot.
Okay, how long?
Just got to load the gun and go.
All right, load and go.
Okay, here we go. Let's lock it up. Action.
That's a wrap. Happy weekend.
That whole last take was exemplary of Spinning for Prom.
Yep.
No one knew what was going on. I was frustrated as well because I want a team that's in sync. I want a team that's fighting the good fight together, and I'm scratching my head wondering why we don't have it.
Well, how do you guys feel today went? I mean, this side of the room. Do you feel got it or
no?
Okay.
We had a meeting on the HB trailer, and the big thing was we didn't make our day.
It looks like there's just a basic lack of coherent communication between all the department heads.
We called in on the carpet about not getting things done and not making the day.
There's no planning for setup or execution or where it fits. And
we did all those storyboards, and I don't know if anybody looked at them. So I didn't really say much. Just listened. It's a sad day in Gulagerville. Things aren't working out right. We need to find out how everything kind of connects.
You just put your finger on the absolute problem that's sinking us as we're rehearsing shots and not scenes.
Right.
One of the most important things to come out of this meeting was to impress upon John that without a rehearsal, nobody knows what's going on.
I'm hearing a lot from just Chad on the set. I'd know what to do if I was rehearsed. All these actors or whatever is in the scene needs to be blocked and rehearsed with all department heads, and then all you guys know what to do, and we can do it. Hopefully there'll be a lesson or two learned today.
I do think John can get through this, but it requires some big changes to take place very, very fast, and we're not talking about in the next week, we're talking about in the next few days.
As far as working in the studio system right now, it looks like I'm having a bit of a problem with it.
Awesome.
Great, guys. Now get back to work.
Kirk Mooring, he's the editor of Feast, and he's coming to the set. He's strung together some scenes from the first week of shooting. It's called Rough Assembly. I've never looked at anything like this. I've never looked at anything that I worked on that someone else has put together.
No, I'm not saying I ever had it, but I definitely lost it. Yeah, I think I almost caught it. You know what I mean? Like how you can almost get the flu, but you don't.
I think I almost caught DD, but I didn't.
Man, it is long, huh?
I thought the pacing was really slow. I just got kind of worried that it might not work.
Ouch.
What's your thoughts?
Make it a little more exciting, you know.
I was really worried, very worried. I just fell into a funk.
Don't go through it again and talk about some stuff?
No, I think I want to go home.
Okay.
I just felt that I had just sent everything in a bad direction. I'm gonna have to find a way to fix it.
John is not enjoying this opportunity. He feels humiliated and embarrassed. You're doing good, John. Everyone likes what you're getting, babe. Nobody wants you to shut down. I know, it's hard, but you can't, think that, you can't do it just because it's hard. You can do it.
I just get frightened. I just feel like a complete failure. I just get embarrassed in front of everyone.
I know.
I just feel like that my style is just not cohesive right now.
No, it's fine.
No, it's
everything
not
looked
fine.
good, you know.
No, it's not fine.
I'm full of self-doubt, and I don't know. I watched it, and all I could think is this: I let everybody down.
Next week on Project Greenlight.
We need to start shooting something straight away.
I don't know how you do it, Tom. Just.
What do you want to see? John doesn't really tell you what he wants. I was guessing all the time, setting up the shots.
If it can't be done, just say it can't be done. It's not a big deal.
Peanut thriller. Nobody told me. Someone needs to ask me or tell me. I know, but you're the AD.
What we talked about last night suddenly started becoming a problem again.
Let us work, Stephen. Okay. We're trying to work this motherfucker out.
Don't interfere with the director when he's conferring with an actor.
And Dad? I'm interfering with the actor and the director. Damn it! Dad, what the f***'s the matter with you? Dad?
How are we gonna make our day? It's an honest question, I don't know.
It didn't matter, what I wanted to do. So they should just get their thing and go ahead and do it.
John, we just need to talk to you about the coverage here for Krista.
Just handle it.
What?
Just do it.
Which?
Just do it, whatever you want to do. What do you want, man?